It was it was one of those situations where I was probably at the end of my rope, and I was sitting at the house one day, and I was trying to figure out where to go with my life. My marriage was falling apart. My job was struggling. Everything was just in shambles. And I got an email, and it was an email from somebody that knew my wife, and she had forwarded that email to me. And it was about this thing called the Fight for Manhood. And I'm not one of these guys that would normally just sign up for something I really didn't have any idea what it was about. But I went to the website and I checked it out, and I thought, what have I got to lose? And registered, and that was February, and the next 14 or 15 weeks literally changed my life. I'm probably the ultimate mask guy. So I spend most of my life, or have spent most of my 41 years with a mask on. Everything's okay. I can handle it. You know, everything's good. Big smile on my face. The ultimate salesman. And so that brings on a burden, and it brings on a dishonesty that just continued to grow throughout my life, and I continued to fight with that. I had dishonesty in my marriage. I was being dishonest with God. And so what wound up happening was going through the fight, going through those weeks, it allowed me to take that mask off with a group of men who didn't care who I was. There wasn't a certain image that I had to maintain with that group of guys. When one guy starts being real, it's contagious. And so when it says learning to be a real man, that was 14 weeks of learning to be a real man. The topics pull out things in you that hurt. And so when you start dealing with pains and things that have bothered you for years, you have to have that group of men around you to be able to handle that. Before the fight, I was probably within a month from divorce prior to the fight beginning. Even throughout the fight, there were just many struggles and many times when job and family and all were just still being attacked. Whenever you're trying to do things right in the Lord, Satan's going to come and attack you. I firmly believe that, and he was in a full court press on me at that time. By the end of the fight, it was a peace came over me. There was a change in my attitude. There was a change in my relationship with the Lord. My prayer life had changed. And so I can see since then that because of that relationship with God and that prayer life and that ability to be real with my wife and real with my family, that now all of a sudden the trust that had been destroyed through the past years of my marriage has begun to be reinstated. You know, having a group of men that truly love each other, that they don't just fake it because it's a group they're supposed to be with. You know, I really feel like the Lord put this group of men together for a reason, and it was to love each other and to hold each other up and to fight that fight out in the world that we're all faced with, to stand shoulder to shoulder and go take it on. There, it's hard to find that kind of group of people. You can't manufacture that.